you happy? Do you wake up with excitement about what the day is going to bring? If you answered no to either of those questions, have you ever stopped to question why that is? Every day, each and every one of us is subjected to our own experiences. But how many of those experiences are truly our own? With work, school, and any number of other obligations, it becomes easy to allow our lives to be taken over by the experiences of an undesirable force. But what do you personally desire? Today, I want to urge you to indulge in the relatively unspoken but resoundingly important nature of personal passion. We've all heard of this idea of a light in our soul, but today, I want to do everything I can to convince you to feed that flame and never let the drudgery of daily life put it out. In my first rehearsal speech of the semester, I addressed this tattoo on my wrist. As I mentioned before, the tattoo says the word create, and it acts as a constant reminder to myself to use these hands for more than just work, but for creativity, something that I am passionate about. Taking the time to do things that you care about is arguably one of the most important things that so many of us forget to do. And today I want to inspire you to reverse that trend by explaining the psychological effects, the issues with time management, and the societal importance of a world where each person indulges in their personal passions. The first reason you should set aside time for things that you care about is because of the effects on mental health. In his essay pertaining to character, English poet and author Ralph Waldo Emerson writes, "Where there is no enjoyment of life, there can be no vigor or art in speech or thought. That your merry heart goes all the way, your sad one tires in a mile." Turns out Emerson was right. The philosophies presented in this essay have since been proven with scientific evidence. In their piece addressing the psychological effects of hobbies, Fumi Takeda and her fellow authors conclude that leisure activities appear to benefit mental health status. Essentially, doing things that you care about and that excite you can improve your mental health and help you build a healthy lifestyle. Now, it's easy to understand why we should do things that we care about, but the difficulty comes in finding the time to do so. Many will argue that with work and school, we simply don't have time to do things that we care about, and work can even alter the way we spend our free time. This issue is brought to light by Michelle Sherwise as she writes, "The discourse of work imbues free time with ideals which shape not only how we spend our free time, but how we perceive it and utilize it for self-management." Essentially, Sherwise is explaining that getting caught up in this busy mentality of work can affect the way we spend our free time. Now, oftentimes, even passions require hard work, but with the busy schedules that we have, it's hard to commit our free time to anything but relaxation. Well, we all have free time to some extent, but so much of that is wasted through consumption rather than production. We consume things like television and games when we should be putting that time to use through production, producing tangibility to the things that we internally dream about. Although it's often difficult, putting the time on something you care about can yield results beyond ourselves, but even on a societal level. The third reason you should do what you love in life is because of its effects on your surroundings. Now, so many hobbies have turned into careers or even groundbreaking trends or inventions. Now, I'm not saying that every hobby has to become a career, but how many musical artists, for example, do you think started out with a passion for music and a little time set aside to do something that they care about? And chances are, if you do something you love, others are bound to notice. They'll see its effects on your mental health and the way it shapes who you are, and they'll likely follow. Doing things that you care about can inspire others to live according to their passions as well. And who knows, doing something you care about can even help you meet people with similar interests. According to lifecoachdirectory.org, having a hobby that engages social skills is highly beneficial to mental health and can help build new friendships or even relationships. Essentially, doing things that you care about can improve your mental health, strengthen time management by replacing waste with excitement, and eventually reflect a positive impact on your community. Staying productive in our passions is really why we are here. School and work have their place, but each of us possess a love of something greater, and only that unique passion will sustain the light in your soul. With these thoughts in mind, I encourage you to set aside some time for the things that you care about. Even if it means spending less time in front of the TV or behind your phones, or even reorganizing your work and school schedule. I know this might seem drastic, but that unique passion is what makes you who you are. So don't let obligations get in the way of expressing yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only one keeping you from doing what you love is you. Thank you.
That was good.